Hello everyone! It has been a while since we last saw your beautiful faces, but we're back! If this is your first time tuning in, my name is Graham or Graham Crackers, and welcome to the channel. Today I am going to be joining you as the lovely DM for this wonderful group of intrepid heroes. How about we have some introductions from our intrepid heroes? Today we are missing one who is gone sunbathing. So if you're looking for Dragonborn, well, they're not here today.
I'll start. I am Truk, and I play Garrock, the lizard folk death cleric.
Let's do some order to this. Elle, go for it.
I was totally going to. I'm Al, and I play Ning, the monk portal, and then it goes to Verban.
It does. Hi, everybody. I'm Derek Sword. I'm playing Verban, the Knoll Ranger, and I will pass it off to Fox.
I'm Fox. I play Brodus. I am your, dwarven bard that is the only regular one in this group. And I'll pass it over to Sinra.
Hi guys, I am Pharaoh. I will be playing Sinra Stottermain, a Leonin Paladin Warlock, and I will pass it off to our intrepid DM.
Hi everyone, once more, my name is Graham or Graham Crackers, and I am DMing for all of these wonderful people. Look at that. Last we left off, our wonderful heroes had saved the caravan from a gnoll attack. However, they uncovered that one of the gnolls was not as they seemed. They were a demonic creature known as a Barlgura, a giant demonic ape-like being, and that typically travels in packs. Our adventurers began to move on, making for the crystal caverns at a breakneck pace, only for the last bit of their route to be hounded by a pack of Barlguras. With some quick thinking and a lot of improvisation, the group were able to make it to an outpost that was held by the dwarves and, for the moment, seem safe. So let's pick up with right after the sounds of battle have kind of gone down. The howls of the fleeing and dying Barlgura still kind of ringing over the plains as the dwarves finish up their quick work with their tower, with the ballista, with their spears, and the troops that went out to meet you. The tower itself looms above you. That ring of spears emblazoned with crystals are forming kind of a perimeter. A dwarf dressed in a mithril breastplate is hollering orders in Dwarvish to a group of, it looks like quarrelers. They all kind of are carrying these heavy crossbows of dwarven make, carved with these dwarvish runes down the handle of up to the cross grip, kind of pointing in the direction of some of the fleeing Barlgura that are headed back the way your caravan came from. After a moment, the individual turns to your caravan, out of breath, but safe, as he approaches.
Was I able to pick out exactly what he was yelling at them?
Yeah, you speak Dwarvish. As a dwarf, I'm not going to make you roll like this is your native tongue.
Yep.
Mostly what he has been hollering is, get a cleanup crew. I want none of them to return back here. Make sure they're all filled with quarrels. Take a ranging party. You there. Make sure none of the perimeter spears have broken. If so, repair them. Get them back up and running. That kind of stuff.
Okay. So, standard things I would expect to hear.
Did any of the Barulgura fall to the ballista bolts, or no?
Yeah, I think one or two from what I last rolled last episode. One about 200 yards out, and one about 200 feet from the perimeter of the spheres.
So, to my recollection, I was stealthed and on foot. Not stealthed. I was invisible
Yes.
and on foot.
Yes.
So are these Barulgura corpses? Are there corpses
Yes.
that are
Yeah,
now
I mean,
abandoned by the Barulgura? Could I slip back that way?
yeah, I mean, since you were on foot when you let the horses go, I believe, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I would assume that some of the corpses are literally at the perimeter of the dwarven encampment. You could, on your way back, stop there. Or if you
Okay.
wanted to get one that's a little further away, not hard to do. Would you be coming out of your stealth, or would you be trying to do this without the dwarves noticing you?
Oh, I will stay invisible for the moment, so there is absolutely no way they will know where I am as I clink, 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 clink in my heavy armor.
And Garak
Sorry.
following you for after
Yeah,
that.
so, disadvantage for the heavy armor, advantage for the invisibility, flat roll.
And Garak would follow you.
Alright, that's a 12. A strong, solid 12.
Oh gosh, okay. So, as you're clinking along towards one of the Barulgura, you see about 45 feet off a group of about 6 dwarves that are kind of all with the heavy crossbows, all kind of marching out away from you towards where some of the Barulgura fled. At the sound of your armor, one of them stops, raises a hand, and pivots and fires a crossbow into the Barulgura corpse near you.
Given that my passive perception is 9, I assume I didn't notice any of this before the crossbow bolt just crosses in front of me.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, given the grass in the savannah is pretty high, and these are dwarves, so maybe they're just barely cusping over, like, maybe, like, eye level with the grass.
Alright. At the fly of the crossbow bolt, I will kind of, like, dip down into, like, a crouch, like, just to make sure none are coming towards my head.
Yeah.
But, and kind of, like, pause for a moment. Is Garak there?
He's trying to catch up to you.
Yeah, because Garak, you were with the caravan, correct?
I was at the tail end of whatever the last cart was.
Okay,
and
yeah.
If I noticed that Sinra is staying outside, he probably would have jumped off and followed.
Okay.
Actually, he would have jumped off and followed.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that's more than allowable. So you would have noticed, because you keep such a close eye on Sinra, I'm not even going to make you roll. I think that
Up to you.
that momentary sense of panic, like when you're babysitting a kid or playing a game of hide and go seek and it goes just a minute too long, where you have that sense of innate dread of like, oh no, and your mind begins to wander like with the worst case scenarios. Where could they be? What did something happen? Did they get grabbed while the caravan was moving and you didn't notice? And you begin to set out. Sinra, the dwarf, begins to come towards you. Slowly, you can hear the audible crank of a crossbow reloading. Do you speak Dwarvish?
I do not.
You hear something in a language you do not understand.
How far is Garak right now?
I would say you're probably about 150 feet.
Okay, he even though he's not really near the scene, he's going to be yelling out for Sinra and when he notices the dwarves, he's going to start yelling at Dwarvish.
Okay, what would you be yelling?
Something to the effect of, I would say that he's looking for spoils. He's like, where are the spoils at? They're mine. They're mine. Kind of frantically, and hopefully if they've ever saw me before or remember me, I was there for quite a long time. That they might know, recognize my attire, at least, especially the skull helmet that I have.
Absolutely. One of the dwarves in the group holds up a hand for the rest of them, even motioning to the one that was approaching Sinra's location. And they pause. They turn back towards you as you are a bit above the grass, just in height. Wait. You're looking for spoils? Well, help yourself. Not that the rest of you did anything.
He kind of just gives him a look real quick, but doesn't really pay him any mind. He says, my spoils. And he actually talks that in Dwarvish.
One of the dwarves, the dwarf that had kind of called out to you, nods for a moment and just kind of waves for the rest of them to follow on and carry on, tracking the rest of the Barlgura that didn't escape, leaving the area and kind of setting the way your caravan had originally come from, with the 6 of them.
And he's
Leave
still
it to
looking
him, boys.
And he's looking around for any kind of noise anywhere, because being with Sinra for a couple of years now, he would think that she would go after the corpses themselves. But he goes after corpses too, so he likes to go through their things and make some daggers, or just find some food for later.
She will likely wait until it seems that Garrick has drawn the dwarf's attention away before she starts moving again.
Would you like to let the stealth roll stay for your previous stealth? I'll take that as a yes.
You know what? No, let's see what happens.
Let's see if we can do worse.
I got the average. It could go either way.
And Grok, your passive perception.
Oh, that's terrible. Absolutely wretched. That's a 4.
Passive perception is a 17.
Yeah, I would say you can hear the audible clinks of armor, even the telltale sound of Sinra's nails from her paws kind of digging into the earth with each step.
Dwarves are gone, Starlight. You can come out now.
I heard them. I do not need you to watch over me so carefully. But she will drop the invisibility, nonetheless.
Want to meet, don't you?
I want to see if there's anything of interest on these demons.
Go ahead. I will just see what I can find as well. And he starts ripping into their arms and.
I would like to investigate the corpse.
Sure. Roll me a investigation, and Garok, if you're are you attempting to just kind of salvage some material components or such?
Yeah, anything that's useful, trinket, especially.
Okay. Roll me a survival check.
Sure.
I would like to use one of my 2 inspirations.
You may do so.
Ooh.
Which will make it a 21.
A 21. All right. So, with your 21, this Barlgura doesn't look to be wielding any weapons. It doesn't have any ornaments. doesn't have any distinguishing marks, but a closer look, you kind of, having for yourself, you peel back some of the fur around the neck of this creature, and you see a almost scarred outline of a brand, of a symbol you do not recognize. It is a mixture of asymmetrical lines and a circle surrounding it.
I would like to take my double-bladed scimitar and bring one of the blades to carefully slice into the hide and down and under it to excavate that brand from the creature's skin.
Roll me, I don't think a roll is needed for this, to be honest. I think just cutting it, if you can cut someone skillfully enough when they're alive, I think you can probably cut them when they're not moving. So yeah, I think you're able to do that pretty easily, all things considered. The sword might be a little unwieldy, but I think given 5-10 minutes of work, you could probably get through the hide, which is fairly thick, and excavate the patch. And Garak, your survival check.
Nat 20, total 27.
Oh my gosh. So, you are not able to find any weapons or anything like that. No jewelry, no garnishing on the creature itself. However, you will be able to extract, if you'd like, those tusk-like teeth.
Mm-hmm.
You may harvest eyes, or any of the, you can quickly just kind of run over what you would like, a vial of blood, yada yada.
Got it.
So, you may note that you have Barlgura samples.
Samples. I like it.
All right. Well, while you and Sinra are working on investigating the corpse, Sinra, I will also tell you, this particular Barlgura, the crossbow that was shot into it by the dwarf after it was dead, was not what killed it. It was dead from 2 others. As you were kind of moving the body to excavate, you would notice that 2 crossbows kind of had sunken into the chest of this creature, which is most likely what killed it.
And did it have any other items on it, or just its body?
Just its body.
Okay.
It does not look like this one was wielding any weapons. The one that you encountered in the caravan with the attack, because you were close to Ning when the attack happened, you would have noticed that one dropped its weapon when it shapeshifted and had slammed Ning with 2 fists rather than using a weapon.
Okay.
Burban, Brodus, Ning, as 2 of your companions, you probably would have seen Garak hop off at the last second as 2 of you, Zadar and I believe, was it Brodus, were the first 2 in?
Yep. So
you would have seen Garak hop off and head out.
And then Verban came in and Ning came in after.
So Verban was probably one of the last ones because he was on a horse trying to drive them away.
Yeah.
And Ning was on top of the final cart in the caravan as they were coming in, as they were hucking rocks at the Bulgaras. So Ning would have kind of watched Garak go, but not really. Like, you do you. I'm good. Ning probably would have watched for a little bit and then hopped off the caravan and gone and started collecting more rocks because they are hell-bent on selling rocks to Brodus. So
they're very valuable.
They used a good portion of them on the Balguras, so they're trying to refill their sack to bring it to Brodus.
Brodus wants to approach the dwarf that was in charge and just kind of go, well, that was exciting, to say the least, I guess. Is this a normal thing?
The dwarf kind of pulls off a helmet. They're kind of wearing this golden blazoned mithril half plate. They kind of pull up the faceplate, reach back, pull off the helmet, almost paying you no mind, but given your experience and your background, you would understand that this is just a soldier that doesn't want to address you from within their armor. They're kind of paying you the proper respect. They kind of unclasp it, tuck it over their hip. Well, what were you thinking? Going through the plane of bones? Oh, lolly dolly day.
And Bros kind of reminds himself that he is in a different set of company and wants to repeat back. Well, we came to la day over here and come to do some business. And then, we're going to make some deals, sell some things. And, the only way here from where I was at, Kingdom of Andaland was Plane of Bones.
The dwarf pauses for a moment, looking at the ground, before letting out a large belly laugh, like a earthquake almost. Well, I have to say, the stones on ye all. I wouldn't want to be torn through the plane of bones to try and get here, especially from the Kingdom of Andaland.
Oh, these ain't no stones, these are boulders.
He raises a hand out towards you, and
I want
offers
to
you a
clasp
grin.
it. Yeah.
Well, ain't she a lucky one that we just happen to be, well, housed here?
Well, hey, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're doing what you're doing because, well, you helped us out. And he kind of wants to take a look around and he wants to point out specifically Verban and Ning and Zadar. Mostly Verban, just because, well, he's not the most friendly face to see here, but to just kind of be like, just want to make you aware, they're all with me. They're all good. You don't have to worry about any of them.
Aye. Stand down, lads. That one's with them. Verban, with your passive perception, you would have noticed that a crossbow has been leveled about 100 feet away from you by a dwarf near the base of the tower, and they just kind of offer a wave and kind of let their crossbow down.
He's just gonna kind of pull up his hood a little bit, and he very uncomfortable in this scenario, being surrounded by armed people who don't like the way he looks.
So, quickest way to get inside. I know we're staging everything here, but I've got some people to meet and things to do. This way, that way.
Into the tower?
Well, not in the tower per se, within, the crystal caverns.
Well, the quickest way, if I was, you, would be head about northeast from here. There should be a trail.
Okay.
About a day's travel, and you should be there. If you're headed that way, perhaps you'd be willing to do me a favor.
Sure. If we can help you, great.
Well, me nephew lives in the Crystal Caverns, and I've been meaning to give him a gift for a few months now, but you're the first caravan that's made it through.
All right. Yeah. Do you have it on you, or do we need to go grab it?
It's in the tower. Feel free to come with me. But where are me manners? I'm so used to shouting orders on about people who know my name. The name is Don Knuckle Bone Pick.
Brodus Silversmith.
A pleasure, brothers. And the rest of your companions? Caravan? Is this your caravan?
Well, this particular, portion is mine. Just, this cart here. But, and he just kind of waves at Verban and Ning and Zadar to come,
Walk over very cautiously.
Ning is picking up rocks and has a passive perception of 10, so probably doesn't notice at all and is just like trying to find the nicest rocks that they can.
Yeah,
Great.
I think you can find rocks pretty easily. I'm not even gonna make you roll for that. I think, I'll say to fill your pouch back up, probably 5 minutes of, selecting rocks would probably be enough. I'm thinking like slingstone sized rocks. Yeah. Well, ain't she some fine help? Donald looks at you, Verban. Ha! You're a big one.
You're a little one. What are we doing?
Well, your companion was about to agree to bring a package to the Crystal Caverns for me.
Okay.
And that's about as far as we got.
Stimulating conversation. My name is Verban. Would you like to buy furs?
Well, I suppose that depends on what type of furs you got.
I have ones with spots. I have ones with stripes. I have ones that are still kind of wet a little bit from big hyenas. They were gotten last night. They're still kind of drying, but they'll be good. Discount. I think I'm using that word right.
Yes. That is correct, Verban.
2 for the price of 2.
Well, a tempting offer. Oi, buddy. Any of the spears need repairs or any leather that we need to have handled? Oi, Captain. I could use a little bit of leather. We're running a bit short as it is. Well, I'll buy all of it. Every last one you got.
I'm sorry, it is so hard to understand you in common. Let's switch to Dwarvish. So, yeah, you want to buy some furs then? Right then.
Aye.
I'll pull out all the furs for you then.
I'll take all you got.
Right, I'll say 10 gold.
10 gold it is.
Right. Pleasure doing business with you.
He'll pull out 10 gold, slap it in your paw, and he'll kind of motion you over to the dwarf he hollered at that is probably closer to the tower, but we'll just kind of motion, like, give him the furs.
Right then.
Roche just kind of turns to Verban and goes, You never told me you could speak Dwarvish.
You never asked.
Yep, I didn't ask. You are right, sir.
You learn lots of things just being around.
Mm-hmm. So are we going?
Where?
Well, we gotta go with him to get the package so that we can take the package and take it to the Crystal Caverns like we talked about.
What is the package?
Ah, well, the package is a shield and an axe. Smithed it myself, I did.
And we are playing delivery men.
Hey, it's on our way. It's a good thing to do.
I've heard worse reasons. It's fine.
Yeah. Donaka will kind of escort you into the tower itself. It's kind of this spiraling hall with like a spiraling walkway that kind of trails up towards where you assume the ballista is. It's about 3 floors. Each one is kind of the bare necessities. You have a mess hall on the base floor, which is just dwarven-sized chairs, a few tables, a fireplace. Second floor, just a bunch of beds, like very military, very simple, very organized. Third floor looks to be Don Knuckles' not headquarters, but his war room and his own personal kind of area. It's kind of walled off, and inside, it's a little bit more decorated. He kind of has a chime hanging from the ceiling made of various crystals, amethyst, garnet, jasper, jade, that kind of jingle like just a stone earth chime. And he kind of moves to a chest at the foot of his bed and pulls out this iron buckler. Along its edges, it is very angular. There are no fluid curves to this buckler. It is all straight lines, all symmetrical. Bands reinforced with rivulets made of a mixture of crystal and a mixture of mithril. The axe, very much the same, where, the typical utilitarian human axe has that curvature of the blade. This is almost a square. It is perfectly symmetrical, perfectly straight, with a hilt made of wood that has been kind of carved into, almost as if drawing runes, but it looks like they were kind of burnt in to the wood itself of the hilt.
Okay. And when he gives this to me, I want to kind of, and your nephew, what's their name?
Thomary Shatterbuckle. Can't miss him. He's a bit eccentric. I'll be the first to tell you that. Always got his head in the head in the stones, head in the mines. Always talking about Mondag Tithe, this, that. Love stories.
Mm-hmm.
Partially why he should probably never go out into the world.
I'm sorry,
right.
Graham. What was this individual's name? And what is the name? Donacle?
Donuckle.
And what is the... Okay.
And Donuckle... God, what is his name? Donuckle... Bonepick. And Thomary Shatterbuckle.
Thomary. Okay.
Thomary is me nephew on the sister side, of course.
Of course.
All right. And where do they hang out at? Where can we find them once we get there?
Second layer. Right around the outer ring. Let me see, it's been a few years since I've been there. He should be... Well, last I was there, him and his ma lived right in the crafting quarters. And he was... What was the name? Oh, maps and markers. That's where he works.
All right. Yeah, we will. We'll get this to him.
You're a good lad.
You You saved us from those crazy things. It's the least we could do.
I
Wait,
need more crossbow bolts.
I'm sure I can have some of the men spare some for you.
Thank you.
Will you all be staying the night?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
I am sleepy and slightly injured.
Where would be the best place to stay here?
Well, you've been sleeping in your wagons, I suppose, so, you'll find the good dwarven cooked meal, and you'll be safe from out the outside. We'll keep watch, don't you doubt. If any of them beasties come, they'll get a few mouthfuls of quarrels, you betcha.
There's no nowhere to grab a drink around here, treat all my companions to a wonderful trip.
The dwarf looks at you, then looks up, looks down. I don't know what to tell you, lad. I've got a tower. I've got
That's fair.
40 men, 40 dwarfs, all out here protecting.
Were we able to catch back up with
Oh, absolutely. At this point, it's probably been 15, 20 minutes. Ning would have gotten all the rocks. Garak, Senra, you would have harvested what you needed.
And what the dwarves have allowed us to just...
Yeah. They saw Garak hop off. So I think with Garak being with you, they would probably assume that you're with the caravan.
And
you might get you're gonna get some weird looks, I will say that. Sinra specifically, you get looks from the dwarves as if they can't decide whether you're a very big gnoll or a very weird tabaxi.
I bare my fangs a little, my teeth a bit as I walk past them.
She's fine too.
Not here, Starlight. No.
Both of them are with me. They're fine. Just don't worry about it.
Amen. Let them through.
I lean towards Garak. What was the annoying one's name again?
Aren't they all annoying?
Yes, but the one who says we are with him. I should know his name, should I not?
Oh, him. I call him Halfbeard.
Halfbeard. Okay.
He's trying to think of the name. It's just not coming to him.
As everybody kind of gets near, everybody but Ning will get their payment because, Ning didn't accept payment.
However, as they approach, they unceremoniously just shove a stack of rocks into your chest.
Bros kind of looks over the sack of rocks, and he did say that he would pay for rocks. And
A really good bag of rocks, Ning.
he's going to give Ning 2 gold for that bag of rocks.
Ning will take the gold and look at it and don't sell the skin until you have caught the bear. And kind of nods and then just starts looking around again.
And
You've literally done that.
And the rest of you each get 5 gold, I believe. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep.
Ning, you have acquired money through your efforts. You have participated in capitalism. I am very proud of you.
I am trying to learn.
You have 2 coins to rub together. He is good.
Ning pulls out this hefty sack that's full of gold and just drops the 2 coins in. Or more than that. I don't know what
It is a
it's used
shame how
for.
poor we are.
We may be able to change that. I don't know how, though. I should go talk to my employer and see about getting paid.
If you require more to spend your coin on Ning, can you not go into the inn?
Definitely could.
There is always ale to drink.
Where there's smoke, there's pollution. And Ning is gonna walk away to go find.
What is pollution?
Ning is gonna go find Donnie here and check in with them.
Yeah.
Make sure they're done their contract or whatever. They don't know what they signed or what they even did, but feel like they should probably make sure they're allowed to leave.
Yeah. So as you enter the Elves Dawning, that it's kind of this almost vine overgrown carriage with ivy kind of traipsing down the sides, various flowers blooming on the outsides of the shop itself. And inside you see Donna here. They have long golden hair that seems to radiate warmth almost. Their eyes are this sky blue and their face is unearthly beautiful. And they kind of are weaving their hands as you enter, and they kind of, Ning, please, come in.
Thank you. And as soon as Ning sees them doing that, they start walking forwards and trying to emulate and do the same. While they also are trying to quickly snatch little bits of the leaves and such that are grown into their mouth. Like
roll,
weaving, but like...
Roll a sleight of hand.
16.
16. You are easily able to pluck as you go. It doesn't seem like, having traveled with Donis here, it seems like most things that people would get worked up with or about doesn't seem to affect him. That maybe it's because elves have such a long lifespan that the immediate is really not at the forefront of their thoughts. And they plan decades, years, centuries ahead. And they just kind of raise a hand over a bunch of budding flowers and brush their palm along the tips, and almost as if pulling the instruments of a string, each one of the pale flowers blooms in their hand. How can I help you, friend?
I just came to inquire as to if my contract, is that the word, is fulfilled with you. I think one of the small people wants me to go on a trip with them to deliver a package.
I see. A trip. To where? And from whence? Mortals are certainly excitable. Please, take a seat. There is no rush.
Ning, off the strap of their pack, pulls their stool that Verban made for them and sets it down and sits. I didn't ask any of those questions. I was told we were going somewhere, and I guess I said yes.
I see. Do you think that the ivy wonders where it will land as it travels down the rock surface? Or do you believe it just goes and grows?
Yes.
I have pondered this for many nights.
Never test the depth of water with both feet.
That is wise for one with so little a lifespan. I am humbled by your wisdom. Please, I will fetch your payment in full. I understand that with the fleeting flicker and falls of sand in an hourglass, that is only necessary to run when there's so little left.
It's true. Tomorrow is always the busiest day of the week.
And Donna here will kind of move to the till, open it up, and pull out a sack of your payment. I believe we had said around 25 gold.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever actually talked about it.
Yeah, we'll say
so
25
that's
gold.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's solid.
Yeah. And he will press it into your hand. His movements as he kind of folds it into your hand is this almost ethereal hovering. Like, his fingertips, like, narrowly grace enough that you can have that perceptibility of touching, yet never making physical contact. It is graceful and fluid, and he gently places it there and goes back to tending some of the flowers.
Ning will smile at them. As much as I would like to stay, as you're the only person around here that I understand, save for one new friend that I have, I will leave you with this. A clean house is a misspent life. And Ning will start walking out and snatching some more herbs as they go to find Brodus and them again.
Yeah, you can easily do so. And I think around this point, most of the dwarves have come back from, their roving for the remaining Barlgura. And the dwarves kind of begin setting up camp, assisting the caravan, getting a fire started. They kind of go into their own larders, kind of bringing out some meats, roasting it, getting some fires going within the tower itself, and, like, running out food. The air and atmosphere that has followed the caravan near since arriving in the Plain of Bones for the moment seems abated, as, some singing actually starts. And the sound of the tavern from the Maiden's Willow begins to billow out from its door. And the night is yours. What would you all like to do?
Amidst the gathering, as Sinra kind of takes a bit of a post by the front of the inn, I would like to cast, just kind of like absently watching, I would like to cast Divine Sense and see if there are any fiends around here as well.
So that is Fey, Fiend, Undead, I believe?
Yes. Fey, Fiend, Undead. No, Celestial, Fiend, Undead.
Nothing pings.
Also, Hollow spell, but
Yeah, this
Yeah.
isn't hallowed ground.
no, I didn't think so. Alright. Oh, yeah, Celestial Fiend. Yeah, okay. Alright. She kind of seems a bit restless before she settles down, and will pull out that bit of leather to kind of look over. Bloody, fiendish, sulfur-smelling leather.
Yeah. Doesn't smell great. It smells like a fart. Hey, that's what sulfur smells like. I don't know. I'm getting some looks from you, but
She's like studying it.
roll me a religion check at disadvantage.
While
Okay.
she's doing that, Rock kind of has like 2 plates, just food, and she kind of like at a distance kind of scoots it toward her, and he sits down next to her.
It was a 10.
10. The design, I think at this point you probably would have sheared and cut away the fur that was kind of covering it, or plucked out the fur, however you wanted to get a more clear look at it. However, it's not like any symbol that you are familiar with, old or new in your travels.
Alright, I will kind of come down into a crouch and lay it down on the ground flat for in front of Garak.
Everyone, we've got a posture check, a hydrate, and you all have a crit from Chris and Mare. Oh my goodness, so many.
All the things are happening. Have you ever seen something like this?
Have you ever seen something like this? I would assume that.
You may roll a religion check at disadvantage.
I can do that. This should be interesting. There it is. That. 4.
4. This is no religion that you have heard of. And you have traveled extensively, so I will say the DC was significantly lower for you. But this is not one of your more common religions. Even with a 4, I will tell you, this is not a organized religion that has a large following. It is probably either a cult, sized religion, or it is very, very old.
I must assume it is of the lower planes, but I do not know any of their tongues.
It's not common.
Clearly.
Not something I have seen or remember.
It is also not Minotaur.
Is there any chance that Verban would be able to walk by and see what they're looking at, considering he speaks Abyssal?
You tell me, I'm fine with it. Like,
Say we'd probably.
I said you guys can do whatever you want, so...
We are in front of the tavern, caravan
Maiden's-
wagon, and we're
Maiden's
just kind of
Willow.
like,
Yeah, the Maiden's Willow. So, yeah, I would say they're probably... I would assume the wagons have kind of centered up and circled around like you had previous nights. Dwarves are coming in and out. Some of the dwarves are drinking at the tavern, vice versa. You know, this is probably the first drink that they've gotten of ale in however long they've been stationed here.
Is the symbol Abyssal?
No,
Okay.
but you may roll me a religion check at disadvantage.
At disadvantage? Okay.
We're walking to the inn together. Can I help him?
Sure, if you tell me how you're helping.
I think Ning is, as they're walking by, sees it and notices that it's a large piece of skin, and kind of gets a sour look on their face and pulls out their calligrapher's supplies, like a piece of parchment and some ink, and probably tries to draw a better version of it, a clearer version of it, so that Verban can inspect it closer and not as gross on dead skin that's probably starting to shrivel and get nasty.
I will look up at them as Ning just appears with calligraphy instruments.
Keep everything in my shell.
Okay. Roll a flat roll.
That was 17. I believe that's +2. Yeah. So 19.
19. So, Verban, you have seen this symbol once before. Way back when you were a cub, far before your tribe began turning towards darker practices. You remember seeing this on a dagger that was brought back by a scouting party by one of the hunting groups back when the Knolls hunted antelope, elk, the like, in the Plain of Bones. They had found a dagger deep within the delves of an ancient ruin that bore this symbol. The blade itself was a jagged, serrated onyx. Its handle of gold filigree of curving, elegant design. And at the pommel was the symbol. You remember how the elders of your settlement had bickered over this dagger for days even. How quickly they had turned on each other, coveting this item. Over the course of a few weeks, one individual had risen to power, not through killing others of your clan at that point, but through more brutal practices, fighting the protesters and the other rivals, maiming them, injuring them to the point where they could no longer hunt or compete for power within the clan. That is the only time you have seen this symbol. But you do remember that it was found within the Plain of Bones, in a ruin long forgotten by time.
Where did you find that?
On the demon ape.
That is a curse. You should destroy that.
A curse.
Maybe not best word. It is. I want to try to relate essentially in short form the story of my clan and the dagger and how it essentially led to the corruption of power. Essentially, it makes people bad.
As Verban is telling that story, Ning pulls out their flinted tinder and sets the parchment they drew the symbol on fire, and throws it off of the.
Yeah. You light this on fire, and there's an individual from the caravan sitting maybe 10 feet away from you. He's like, "Oi! There's a fucking fireplace right there. Just toss it in." He just shakes his head. He's like, "Ugh, adventurers."
I will snatch up the skin, as though I'm afraid that Ning or Verban is about to destroy it as well.
I will not take what you killed, Sinra, but
I did not kill it. I only found.
I would just be
But
careful.
it is interesting, no?
In a forbidden, bad sort of way. Yes, maybe.
There is much that has been lost on these plains. More than you know.
Much of it for good reason.
Perhaps. But I do not know the answers that I am looking for. And maybe this has something to do with them.
Maybe. I hope not. That led to nothing but bloodshed. And I hope that your path is a brighter one.
There is
Like I
no
said, I will.
brightness in my path. It is
Then
a
I hope you
dark
have dark
night
vision.
sky.
I hope that changes. I hope your sun rises. But until then, I will not take the things that are yours. I will not destroy the things that are yours. I am just here to tell you that that is bad news. And be careful. It was found on a demon. It caused the corruption and destruction of my pack. It is led to nothing but sorrow.
It is a matter of past destruction that I am looking into.
As am I. Tell me, is this dagger still around? This blade, this person who holds the blade.
Graham, would I?
From your best assumption, it's probably with whoever is leading your pack, or
Okay.
if not with them, whoever absorbed your pack and is now at the top.
Mhm. Yeah. So, whoever is in charge, I left a long time ago now, for the reasons that I have kind of said already, and whoever is in charge now probably has that dagger. It is a symbol of the evil that has corrupted my people.
How long ago did you leave?
4 years, 5 almost now.
Well worth investigating, Starlights.
Perhaps in 4 years it is unlikely to be buried yet.
Perhaps we learn more of you.
You would like that, wouldn't you?
You would too.
Will you ever shut up about it?
You know the answer to that.
Okay, you two clearly have something here, so Ning and I are going to go get some food. I would burn the leather, but that's just me. If you need help, you can ask.
Food sounds like a good idea. And as Verban and them walk inside, Ning will just lean to Sinra as they're walking by and say, "Don't stand behind a coughing cow." And we'll walk into the tavern.
What the fuck was that?
I
It's
don't
a
get it.
proverb. You don't want to stand behind a sick cow because whatever's coming out the front is worse coming out the back.
Go and get drunk, please. Go. Where is Halfbeard?
So before joining the festivities, Rose actually was sitting there writing another one of his paper birds to send back, giving word that they had successfully made it to the tower and of some of the things that they have encountered along the way. Um, so he was basically informing, we have made it here. we will be at the Crystal Caverns in, the next couple days. But like, this is what is going on.
Okay. Uh, and like before, you kind of form your paper bird, and it kind of sets off, flying in the direction of Lady Wither Smith.
Mm-hmm. And so after writing that, he will then go to join the festivities. But that is the first order of business of the evening.
Okay.
And then moving on.
As you are walking from your wagon to the festivities, you receive a magical communication. You are familiar with sending spells. I will say that you would recognize a sending spell. Ah, my loyal retainer. I am so pleased to have gotten your first paper bird. My wizard tells me that you should be around the halfway point. I look forward to hearing. Bye! And that is the end of the sending. You may reply with 25 words or less.
I think he's just going to leave it with the paper bird arriving in a few days.
Okay. You swear somewhere far away you can hear her cussing out the wizard. I thought you said they could reply!
And after that, yeah, he goes to get food and goes towards the inn.
Yeah, easy enough to find. You would see Sinra and Garak sitting near a fire pit. Each of them have a plate of food. Sinra's holding the leather. You would see, I assume Verban, Ning, and Zadar are all in the tavern at this point.
Yep.
So I think that they would be right in that entryway while you're getting food. You would be able to see them. Unless there is anything specific that they would like to do while in there. I would say Sally would bring Ning food. With a, okay, bye.
I kept a very extra special shiny round rock that I give to her when she brings me the food.
She will trade you a ribbon, just a blue ribbon.
Which I will then tie onto my staff.
Is she bringing everybody food, or is that just you?
I showed up. When I came to you guys, I showed up with my plate of food.
I'll be right back.
Oh, Rodus, you were serving us. Thank you.
No. This is for me.
Ning has already gone off to get another plate of food for Verban.
Easy enough to
Service
do.
here is very confusing.
I think it's like a we all help each other type of thing. She gets me food, so I get you food. You can get Zadar food. And
that is good
like
plan.
a circle.
I know he eats entire whole onions. This will be an interesting meal.
So, did you guys enjoying yourselves tonight so far? We're safe.
Yes.
A little bit boring.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's been a long trip, so, boring today, exciting tomorrow.
What is the plan for tomorrow?
I hadn't really thought about it too much. I know we gotta get to the Crystal Caverns, so we could either leave really early in the morning, unless you guys want to do anything around here.
There's some wagons and a tower. It's not very exciting.
That's fair. Though I do need to commend you, Verban. You sold all your furs today.
I did. I will need to get more. I have a supply issue.
Yeah. Yeah. They had the demand and they took your supply.
They did. I should have put some things on layaway.
Yeah. Yeah. Or, we'll pick up more as we go. We could, get you branching out. It may not just be furs in the future. Could be scales for all we know.
It is true. Honestly, at this point, I have liquidated my essential assets and I can reinvest them into my current business ventures.
Bro's just kind
I
of.
have very good hearing.
Very well. Very well. Yeah, so tomorrow morning, I guess we set out. Is everybody good with that? Ning, you good?
I'm eating.
Correct. You
They are
are
Ning.
eating.
Yeah, and my name is Ning. Yes.
Yeah. Ning, have you settled your affairs with your current employer?
Yes, I will be sad to leave them, but I am unemployed again.
Well, I've got a deal for you. You can be an employee of mine. Just like, Verban and the other ones that don't really want to be my employees, but they are.
As if Brodus isn't even there, Ning will just kind of like turn to fully face Verban and say, "Are they a good employer?"
They pay up when they want to. A bit cowardly in certain situations, but in the end, they end up surviving enough to pay. We were just talking about you finding more money. This is a good business venture for you. And worst case scenario, they don't seem that tough in a fight, so
We can just kill them if they make us angry.
that is a big if. Oh yes, hello, Brodus.
We're not killing me, right?
No, as long as you pay us.
Yes, we need
Okay.
lots of gold for
Goods and
things you
services.
spend gold on.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. You
It
you
is
all.
our contract. You pay us, and we do not kill and eat you.
Yeah. That's about right. Bros is now very nervous about all the contracts he's made.
Did you read the fine print, Brodus?
Brodus wrote the fine print.
What?
What Brodus didn't account for is how trustworthy adventurers are.
Yeah.
Ding.
Very well. We will head out tomorrow. We are going to the Crystal Caverns. And I'm assuming, the rest will join us. I mean, I've got you two at the very least, and well, the two out there were talking about various things, but I didn't want to interrupt them. Especially when Sinra's angry.
She is always angry, but part of me is thinking that she has very good reason to be. I would not fault her for it.
It's all just a show. They're very soft on the inside.
Ah.
Those with the
Everyone
most
kind of
walls,
is if you cut them deep enough.
That is true. Those with the most walls usually have the softest things to hide.
Brodus, to lighten the mood from various talks about, potentially dying and things cutting into things. Gross just kind of like tries to wave something down, and be like, ale, any ale, just ale here.
Yeah, Roswella. Well, howdy there, darling. Oh, you need some ale? Well, I got you covered, sugar. You just wait right there. And she will set off behind the counter. How much are you, slapping on the table?
I'm.
Oh, is this one of those things that you use gold for? And Ning
Yeah.
will just pull a handful of gold out and chuck it on the table.
Yeah,
Doesn't count it or anything.
Yeah, let's roll a
Is it
d20 and we'll just say
combination-
11 gold.
Okay, perfect.
It is a combination of a good and a service.
Mhm.
We are once again engaging in the economic pursuits of the world we live in, Ning. We are doing a good thing.
I am proud of us.
Roswella makes her way back. I don't think you guys have actually interacted with Roswella, have you?
No.
Okay, Roswella is a human woman with braided brown hair that goes all the way down her back to about mid-back. She is dressed in a green and brown dress that seems to kind of flourish out around the knees. As she's moving, she's carrying like 9 tankards of ale, like 4 and 5. And as she's moving towards you, she is like spinning, almost like dancing jovially to some of the music in the tavern, dodging patrons that are kind of jostling in their seats, or, raising up a pint to toast their companions. As she kind of dutifully makes her way towards you, she kind of sets these down. She has a darkened complexion, what is a good one? Like coffee beans that are like the color of coffee that is mixed with cream in a 1 or 2 creams, with a dotting of golden freckles on each cheeks and these emerald green eyes that kind of peek out behind dark lashes. And she just drops 9 tankards on your table, just setting them down in front of you, and sweeping up the gold with a flourish into the pockets of like an apron she has wearing. And she offers a nice little currency. Well, if you need anything, you just call. Enjoy.
Yep.
Thank you, Roswella.
I would like to re-enter holding my and Garrick's now empty plates. Whatever bones remain on them. And kind of take them to the place where, I don't know, they collect such things. Unless there are no bones remaining.
Grok would have took all the bones, put it in his pocket.
Oh.
So just empty plates.
Empty plates.
Yeah. So the best thing about Mordenkainen's magnificent mansion is you can have servants. So I like to think by the doorway and like positioned at a few specific spots, you see these ethereal butlers almost, just kind of standing with like arms behind their back, like, "Oh, you're well done with that, ma'am. Oh, thank you." And they kind of usher it off, and they almost like turn as if they're about to set off into like a back kitchen or a dishwashing area. And as they like go to take a step, they just vanish into smoke, reappearing at various times, like coming out of the walls, almost like ghosts.
I'll say there is something almost peculiarly like comfortable about the way that Sinra just hands off the dishes to the servant and literally like doesn't even register that they exist, like as though she's already dismissed their existence. I don't know, there's something about it that's almost reminiscent about someone who's used to being served. And just kind of like subconsciously.
Sinra,
What is it?
there is only 3 of us here now. But Roswella brought us 9 tankards of ale.
Where is
You
the
can
one
have
that
one.
likes to lay on the roofs?
Probably laying on the roof again after they ate.
Mm.
They had 2 whole onions and a potato.
Will anyone
Anyway.
tell him next time that his breath stinks when he does that?
All
That
of
would
him
be
stinks
rude.
when he does that. He kind of smells a little bit like the thing you're holding.
Can any of you dismiss the smell on this? Do you have that magic?
I just do this when I don't want to smell things.
Yeah, no. I'm sorry, I can't help you there.
It will be fine. I kind of wad it up and I will shove it into my bag to stink everything up.
I extend one of the tankards towards you and pull a chair out.
Her tail kind of swishes as she seems somewhat pleased at the prospect of drinking. It's been a bit of a stressful day, running from demons and such, so she will look you over and look the others at the table over and kind of and take the tankard and sit. And
As she sits, Ning will look to Verban and Brodus and say, "Can we take bets on when Garrick will come in now?"
Like any second now.
As Garrett walks,
It's a good bet.
Greg just walks in right now.
Alright, Brodus, you win. You did not state your terms, however, so...
Oh.
Sorry.
Well, next time.
And they can definitely hear because every step he takes is just the boards are just creaking, even if it is solid inside. Just the weight of them.
his name is Brodus. I call back over to Garak. They just said it.
Wait, did you not know my name?
I thought it was Halfbeard.
We asked Ning if he was good. You did not know his name either.
Well, no. Good as a like, how are you feeling? Not as a, who are you?
Well, sure, but good is not even a good answer to how are you feeling. The proper answer would be, well, good is a thing that you can do. It is an action or a deed that you can put out into the world to feel good. That makes no sense, Brodus. I understand that common may not be our first language, but...
I feel like Ning.
They feel like Ning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, they feel like Ning.
How do you know? You have not felt me.
You must ask permission to do that.
Consent is necessary.
It is key.
Garrock, we have more ale.
Come drink with us.
I'll sit, but I have my own. And he pops up a large, just a jug itself that has multiple ports on it. As he just sits it there and pulls out one of the corks itself and just hangs it up, and this fluid, it's kind of a mixture of greens and reds, and he just starts just pouring it into his mouth and sets it back down on the table.
I did not know this was BYOJ.
Yes, would you like some?
What is it?
What did they call it? I don't remember, but it's sweet.
Honestly, I have had worse offers today. Sure.
He takes. He actually scoots the jug over to you. If you want to, it'll just pour out on its own. If you want to, you can try to smell what it is first.
I will pour over
No,
my. Sorry. I will push over my now empty mug which you can fill if you want.
I will fill Cinera's mug. And you know what, Choke? Just he's gonna drink it. Just tell me what the hell I'm putting in my poor character.
Do you have a mucous membranes as far as nulls go?
I believe, yeah, I believe as a hyenidae mammal does have mucous membranes, yeah.
And you're about to drink what is a concoction of different hot peppers all mixed in a cream fashion, basically.
Well,
It'll
here
smell
we're-
strong too.
I'm gonna do some weird Googling here. Okay.
Bruce is
Go
just
do your
watching this, not partaking.
Let's say it's on the level, not Carolina Reaper, but it's on a level of a habanero mixed with a serrano mixed with some other hot one.
Some ghost peppers.
Naturally made peppers, then.
Pepper juice.
Try it, you'll like it. Very sweet, and to him, it's totally sweet. That doesn't even faze him at all.
Is it alcoholic?
It might have a little ferment to it. He's actually been experimenting quite a bit, and sure, it's his drink of choice.
I'm just asking because I assume she tried it once
You have tried
and
it,
never
yes.
again.
Never again. Yes, you could warn him or not. You might just be
Nope.
completely nihilistic with it.
So it turns out hyenas can neither taste sweet nor spicy. So this is
Perfect. I love it.
it has very good flavor to it. Why does my stomach burn?
Ning probably loves it. And would like start questioning Garrock on how they make it. And offering tips on how to make it better.
You are all insane. Brothers, do not put this in your mouth.
I don't want to put this in my mouth.
It's rude not to try other people's inventions, Brodus.
Try everything once. It's
Do
a
not
good way to
try
live.
this. It is a bad idea.
Garrock doesn't show any emotion at all. He's just
Verban, can you give me a
Peer pressure check? Sure can.
peer pressure check? Yes.
I mean, I'm assisting for sure.
Oh no!
I'm trying to persuade you in the opposite direction.
That's true. I guess it has to be a flat roll because we have one person against two people for.
Okay,
I
all
love
right.
this.
Let roll then.
Or I could roll and they could roll with advantage.
That's too many rolls for me to keep track of. I think the flat roll makes more sense.
It is a 15. It's a 14 plus 1. He does not
My
have a high
passive persuasion is a 16. I just
I love this.
Brodus kind of looks at Senra, looks down, looks back up, down again, goes, okay, just little.
You'll make your ancestors proud.
You will
Shall we
regret
speak,
it
baby
when
boy?
you shit.
That is future Brodus' problem.
Upon drinking this, Brodus does not usually tend to eat many spicy things, and therefore, throws it back. He's going and just like visibly sweating.
Dwarves do have resistance to poison.
To poison?
Poison.
Yes.
Yeah, why do you think like spicy food is spicy? It is poison that humans just put in their bodies because we're like, what nature? What?
Masochists. Or masochists, yeah.
Hurt me.
Like plants literally evolve to be spicy to deter animals from eating them, only for humans to go, I'm going to specifically grow you, you little son of a bitch, because I like the way you burn.
That's literally what I say to my peppers. So
I
Me too.
personally do not consider spicy a poison. In
That's
this
fine.
Yeah,
context.
treat it how you want. I have no judgment. I think
Um,
that I'm just happy it wasn't mayonnaise. So
Uh,
I'm all
it's-
for it.
It's about a a 10 alarm fire going off in Brodus's head right now.
Did I not warn him? I warned him.
You warned him. But he doesn't know exactly what you're talking about.
Just still sweating, just like she was right. You were wrong.
She was right.
Why? Why do you make this?
Their mouths do not work right, I am telling you.
I don't know what you're talking about. Tastes fine to me. He starts just chugging it.
Already enjoyable.
thought it was quite tasty.
Brodus will proceed to take 2 tankards of ale and try and pour them into his mouth at once to get rid of the fire.
Yup.
idea.
Speaking from experience, it's not
No.
gonna work.
No.
But you get maybe a split second of like as it hits your tongue where you get like and then it's just all back.
Yep. And Brodus goes running off.
Do not
To
touch
find
your
water.
eyes!
Did Brodus touch their eyes?
No,
This is like bringing
not
back
yet.
flashbacks of me.
I'm just like
no,
calling
no.
this after him as he runs. Do not touch your mouth and then your eyes!
But I rolled a 2 on whether or not I was listening, and so had no idea what she said to me, but was running to find water.
Yup. I will say you probably find water.
Great. He is going
Let's
to
go with
be
milk.
drinking glass after glass after glass of water.
Yeah, I think Roswell will just keep kind of refilling it, sending maybe a little bit of ice, I'm sure there's a wizard somewhere in the caravan that only knows, like, control water, and they're like, I can put some ice in that if you want. Look at my magic! Ice cubes!
Roswella, could you bring him a gallon of milk?
10
He's
years
going
at
to need
wizard
it.
college, and I can put ice in your drinks.
Actually, if Brodus is chugging water, Ning will just reach over and like tap the water, and it turns into ice.
Like, all of it? Like, the full glass? Or... Yeah. Brodus, your tankard just kind of... solid ice.
Brodus is just going to start, like, trying to lick the ice just to keep his tongue cool. Just doing anything he can.
I do the same thing sometimes. Very enjoyable.
It's a long 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
He
But-
seems busy.
But you didn't down your glass, so I think it does subside.
Mm-hmm.
If it's any consolation, it will be much, much worse later.
I also think he may listen to me more next time. So that is better consolation.
Yeah, I would say if there's ever contesting peer pressure checks, I may listen to you more.
She is quite convincing at times.
I
Those
wish she
kind
was more
eyes.
convincing this time.
For those with ears to listen.
I do have ears.
But you did not listen.
There's a lot of things to listen to.
Indeed. Now regale me. You lot were speaking, I heard from a distance. You have somewhere to go tomorrow.
Yeah, We're going to Crystal Caverns tomorrow. We're leaving early in the morning ish, maybe sometime in
Ahead
the
of the
morning.
caravan. Were they not going there as well?
Was the caravan continuing on?
Unclear. I don't think any of you checked. So you
Roswella.
don't know.
Roswella,
Yeah, darling.
where is the caravan going next?
Oh well, I'm not sure, sugar. I mean, we may stay here for a few days. I know there's still plenty of injured ones. I'm assuming some people, hoof up and go.
Yes. I'll look to Brodus. Your business is urgent, then.
I mean, in business, all business is urgent.
Also, this place is boring. Urban needs more furs. So, we were hoping to kill furry things on the way.
What are you doing tonight, Verban? Do you want to go hunting after a few ales?
That sounds fun.
It does.
I was thinking we could go to the top of the tower and see what we could see from the top.
I can take my armor off for a night, maybe. Prowl a little.
It would be fun to hunt with you. We can leave the weapons and armor behind.
Sinra would notice a tick that Garak has when he hears that. His tail starts to like fidget on the ground, starts to tap in certain spots and tap his chair. And he's not liking to hear that. And you probably get the sense. You probably get the sense that he's just going to follow you.
You all are going hunting tonight
You too, Brodus.
with no weapons?
Or armor, you can just go leave the clothes behind.
I will raise a paw, a sort of with sort of fingered sort of paw, and release some retractable claws. Can you not do this as well? Clink, clink.
Or do you have, and he's gonna kind of show off like his like very wide hyena mouth full of all these like jagged canines. Do you have any of these?
Bruce kind of just wants to look back and go, no, no.
Kind of does the same thing, and I can't put mine away like Sinra can, though. Can you teach me how to do that? As they start like bending their fingers, trying to.
I do not think so.
Bruce kind of wants to turn to Verban. Would you be able to teach me to use that crossbow?
Perhaps I can teach you to use a crossbow.
You all
This one is as big as you.
Well, I don't have a crossbow.
Use
You
mine.
have
I do
money,
not-
and there are
Yes, there are many dwarven-sized crossbows here.
If you can get me a crossbow, I'll go with you.
You can use mine.
There you go.
Perfect.
He taps the one on his back.
But I'm keeping the clothes on.
As am I.
To your comfort level.
They will slow us down.
Mm.
All right, so the plan is to go out hunting. I'm assuming after finishing whatever pints you have left at the table.
As many ales as are in front of me, I would like to down whatever I can.
All right, roll a Constitution check.
Yes.
Anyone that
Likewise.
has
Yes,
three
yes,
or
yes,
more
yes.
mugs of ale.
Saving
Oh.
throw check.
Saving throw.
There was someone who had super high perception, passive perception.
There's two of us,
Yeah.
actually.
Two of you.
Yeah.
So you two probably would have noticed that Ning hasn't drank anything except for that sip of the pepper juice.
Huh?
Nor have they really eaten, but they keep pulling leaves out of their shell and munching on them as you're sitting there.
How does a
You, Brodus, you
3.
have an advantage because it's poison.
uh
There's no way I'm not considering alcohol poisoning when you can get alcohol poisoning.
that's fair. How does a 9
Okay, well that's a 14 for me.
All right, Sinra, you are buzzed but still in control of your faculties. Brodus, what is the last sentence you would have said before you black out for the rest of the night? I
It
think will you teach me how to use a crossbow?
Right,
Might be
yeah.
might be that
Yeah.
moment.
Which way do you point it?
Yeah. Does this translate into like I'm going to have double disadvantage on my attacks?
No, this is just narratively for when we fast forward to tomorrow morning,
Okay.
where
okay.
I'm going to tell you what happens or what you remember. Or maybe nothing. Maybe you'll have to find out.
Fair enough.
Verban, what was yours?
18.
18. Yeah, you're fine. Buzzed, but fine. All right, so we are going to go to break for, let's say, until 10. So 9 minutes. Thanks everyone who's watching. Thank you for stopping by. We'll be back shortly. Get some snacks, have some water, hydrate before you dehydrate, and we will see you soon with some crazy antics.
See you soon.
I hope you all get some snacks, and we'll be right back. Everybody, we're back. Sorry for running a little late. I had to roll some dice.
Lots of dice.
So, morning arises. Let's get some mood music for this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. What do I want? Who should we start with? Let's start with. Oh no, I don't want that one. Yeah.
Yeah, something
There-
nice
there
and
we go.
somber.
Is that too loud, chat? Let me know if it is, and I'll turn it down a little bit. Brodus, you awake, away from the party, away from your room, with no memory of what happened the night before. The last thing you remember is saying, Verban, will you teach me how to shoot that crossbow? You are lying on a cot below the ground. There
What?
is no sunlight
Below the ground.
below
Okay.
the ground. You are in a room. It is circular. There is a door in front of you. It is wooden. And there are several cots. You are not wearing what you left or what you last remembered wearing. But instead you are wearing these bright pink robes. And there is a weight on your neck of a medallion that you can feel. It is heavy. Also, the bottom of your left foot hurts a lot.
Okay. I would dare to say my head also hurts a lot. But getting up, just kind of looking down, seeing the pink robes, and then I want to like check my foot.
On your foot is a tattoo, raw and sore. It is in bright, glittering gold, almost magical in nature.
Mm-hmm.
It gives off an aura of magic. Because it's on your body, I will give that to you for free. This is magical. You don't know what it does, but it is a symbol. It is a golden circle emblazoned with runes, with a semicircle, and it's kind of like an interlaced outer edge. In the center is a hand with an eye.
All right. I don't think I would know what the symbol is.
You hear chanting from a different room.
Before I exit, I do want to look at what the amulet I'm wearing is.
All right. It is a amulet with the same symbol, that hand with an eye in the center of the palm. It is a single slit of a pupil, not like a humanoid's, or even elvish. It is made out of silver and interlaid with small pearls around the edge.
Oh, what did I get into? I want to look around for my stuff. Probably not gonna find it.
It is not where you woke up. I will say that. There are several cots in the room, but no bags.
I'm just gonna go out the door and face the music.
Alright. You walk to the door. It is unlocked, and it opens with ease. In a circle, facing you, like with an empty spot where it seems that it's waiting for a person, you see 9 individuals, all wearing the same robes as you, all muttering and mumbling the same hymn. When you step out, Their heads swivel to address you. The brother awakens, the brother awakens, the brother awakens, they all say in unison.
Hi.
Did you rest well, brother?
No, but
The
what?
initiation can be rough, we have heard.
Initiation to what now?
One of the individuals, a halfling, speaks up. All hail the Society of the True Seeing! And they raise a hand up.
The Society of the what?
The Society of the True Seeing! We see all, we observe, unnoticed, unbidden. For we are the watchers that watch. We are the seers who see. We are those who know but do never tell. We are the Society of the Unseen. We are the Society of the True Seeing. And they all go, we're the Society of the True Seeing. In unison.
I don't think I'm supposed to be here. I was with some friends. We were talking about going hunting. I don't know what happened last night.
The halfling comes over towards you. It is okay, brother. Often knowledge is hard to accept. But you came to us. You were lost, and now you're found. We are a family now. Forevermore you are bound to the Society of the True Seeing.
So if I don't want to be bound to the Society of the True Seeing,
well, that's not possible. Nobody has ever wanted to not be bound to the Society of the True Seeing. We are the Watchers who watch. We are those who are in high and low places. We know things that no one else knows that we know.
I get that. But like, say I didn't want to be a part of this, can I just like go?
Well, it's too late for that. You've already said the words. You drank from the sacred goblet. You kissed the angel we summoned. You swore an oath in Celestial.
Oh,
There is no
well,
turning back. You are bound.
Two things there. One, I kissed an angel.
Oh, yes.
Was she pretty?
They are beyond such complicated measures and such simplified things as gender
Okay.
norms.
Fair. Second, I spoke in Celestial?
Yes? You recited the oath?
How? I as far as I know, I don't know.
The true seeing eye sees all, knows all. You were here because you were meant to be here. You knew the words because you were meant to know the words.
So I have some friends. I'm sure this is all a prank. They gave me hot pepper stuff last night. I'm just gonna like do you have my things and I can just
Your things have been brought to your room, brother.
no, like my other things that I had with me yesterday, like my other clothes and things.
Other clothes.
Yes, I was wearing other
When we
clothes
found
last
you, you
night.
had a crossbow and were screaming and running away from. We could not tell. But you ran to us with open arms.
With no clothes.
No clothes.
Interesting.
Would you like us to look for your clothes?
You know,
We see all and know all. We are the finders of things that need finding.
can you just like point me to the direction of my clothes and I'll go get them?
Of course. But remember, when you leave, you must never say anything about the Society of the True Seeing.
And what happens if I do? Just on the off chance.
Your immortal soul will be damned. You made a pact,
Damn
and
to like.
the only time you can talk is when you are in one of our sanctums, and you will know when one is near.
Wait, so like once I leave here, I can't talk?
Not about this, not about us, not of our secrets, not of our strange but weird ways.
Very well. Yeah, can you find my clothes for me?
We would be happy to, Brodus Silversmith. The halfling turns, and the circle begin chanting again. You see in the floor, rivulets of water begin to rise and form this almost table of sheen. And you see an image. Your clothes discarded in the middle of the grass, somewhere near the dwarven fort in the background, as they scry on your clothing.
Okay. I kind of to which is that direction once I leave here?
East, I think.
Just east.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And where's the door to get out of here to go east?
They clap their hands together, all in unison. And with your tattoo, you now have a magical tattoo. I've already told you that. You now have true seeing, but only in regards to the cult of the true seeing. And you would be able to see not only into the ethereal realm, but you would see in the wall a illusion of a door with a path leading to a set of stairs.
Ah. Great. I'm just gonna and like as he goes through and up the stairs, is there an exterior exit door?
Yep, there's like a trap door that you can just kind of open. You do have the
Great.
crossbow. The crossbow is hanging nearby. Like, they had kind of a weapon rack.
Perfect. Upon exiting, um, Brodus definitely wants to take off the amulet and take off the pink robes, and he's just going until he finds his clothes.
All right, are you leaving the clothes behind, or are you...
Yes.
Okay. Noted. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about it.
He was very weirded out about the whole thing.
Yep.
Does not want to be a part of it.
Well, it's a little too late for that.
Um,
But yeah, you can set off. You can, discard the amulet, discard the clothes.
and yeah, just wants to head east until he gets to about where he saw potentially the clothes are.
Roll perception check. At advantage because you did get help.
Well, I'm glad you said at advantage because I just rolled in that one. And that's a 3 plus 3.
So 6.
Yeah.
You know, I'm really thankful I set the DC to 5.
It,
Like, I am really happy I did because I was like, I know this is going to go poorly. Yeah, so it takes you probably about an hour to find your clothing and find your way back to camp, but you can find your way
Great.
back.
So I'm just walking around in the buff for an hour
Yep.
until I find my clothing with a crossbow.
Yep. The rest of you all wake up. Some nursing maybe a minor headache, but for the most part, fairly well.
I would like to bring Verban a fresh ale in the morning. Hair of dog.
Graham, what did we kill? What did we bring back? How successful was our hunt?
Pick one of you that went hunting and roll me a d20 survival check.
Yeah, I got this.
Yeah, you do that.
Chosen terrain.
That's your...
Chosen terrain plus a +6, so dirty 20.
Yeah. So the group of you were able to down 3 hares, as well as 1 antelope.
Okay. Because Natural Explorer gives you
enough food for
double,
3,
twice the amount of food. Yeah.
Yeah. AKA the
Some
3
buddies
rabbits.
in Yeah. So pick a little rabbit for out of the teeth. Good morning, Sinra. That was a good hunt. You are very good.
It was well enough. I'm a little disappointed we did not find anything that fought back.
Maybe next time. We have had a lot of fighting in the past 2 days. I am happy we did not find a Barogura.
Agreed.
Do you know what happened to Brovis? I saw him running off screaming at one point.
No. I would have thought he would have come and found you. You seemed to make him feel safe, like a blanket.
He is tiny, like a cardboard baby. And part of me just wants to protect him from the world and teach him how to fend for himself. I worry that his claws are not strong. His teeth cannot dig into the flesh of his enemies.
He is very weak.
We will make him strong, but only if he is still alive. So I will try to find him.
Perhaps we can find Zadar. He likes to sit on roofs. He will look farther.
Perhaps he saw him. I will go out tracking for Brodus. If you could let Garrock and Ding know, and I will be back as soon as I can.
Be careful. If you see any demon apes, scream very loud.
Very loud indeed. I would actually go track Brodus.
I'm assuming that Brodus is not hard to find. Just a naked baby dwarf.
Yep.
Out in the buff.
I kind of imagine I have the whole eagle eyes magic item thing. So just from almost a mile away, I just spot a naked dwarf.
It's Naked and Afraid Fantasy Edition.
Oh my.
When you come outside, Ning's probably doing Tai Chi in the field. Just
And
their morning
Garrock's out
routine.
there staring off into the distance looking for Brutus.
Good morning, friends. I have already found our dwarven friend. He will be here. At this rate, I will go get him.
Hey, best. He's been gone all night.
Do either of you know what happened to him?
I just remember childlike screams and then they were gone. Fastest I've ever seen them move.
That's what I remember too. Very impressive. I was a little irked he scared off that antelope, but we caught up. I think he said something like demon deer, and started. And I did not know what he meant.
Yeah. He's
Have
quite
salami.
strange.
I think you found them before I did.
Mm. Well, I will be back with our small money bag friend. If you all would like to get breakfast prepared. I'll go padding off into the grasslands. There's a part of me that wants to hunt Brodus. I am going to restrain myself on that.
That's up to you.
This campaign is just Brodus and the really not great so great time. Just Brodus and the why did I go on this trip?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're able to find Brodus. Brodus, you see Verban prowling through the grasslands towards you.
And I still have not made it to my clothes.
Nope. It's not been an hour, I would assume.
Nope.
You're getting closer.
Just kind of keep trucking towards the clothes. Try not to make eye contact with him as he's running.
Brodus, you are alive. I am very proud of you. You are a wild animal. Look at you.
Yeah, alive. I was doing extra hunting this morning. Just extra hunting. See, crossbow.
What did you catch? Why are you limping?
My foot just hurts. I stepped on twigs. Foot hurts. Just gotta find my clothes again.
Okay. Do you know where you left them?
They're like that way.
Okay. Do you want help or?
Yeah. If you could grab my stuff and bring it back here, that would be great. Do you know what happened last night?
Went hunting. I think you got scared at one point. You ran off screaming about something, and we thought you either went back to camp or got eaten, and we figured we would find out in the morning.
Okay. Checks out.
I will go get your clothes if you would just like to. 2 hands.
Yeah. Yep.
He bros his clothes and then just.
Yep. Just upon getting dressed again, just like.
It's a long walk of shame back home.
So that way back, right?
I will walk with you. You walk very slowly. It will be a nice morning walk.
Or you could carry me.
No.
My foot really hurts.
Good. You will learn to walk through the pain. It will make you stronger.
Yep.
I can stab your other foot to make it even.
Nope. We're just gonna, and he's just gonna walk it back.
It is good for you to understand when things hurt. It makes you appreciate it more when things do not.
Yep. I totally get you. So this hunting trip, we caught things, right?
Few rabbits, an antelope.
All right, great. So there's gonna be food when I get back, right?
Oh, no, Brothers, it was a hunting trip. We ate.
Oh. Well,
I thought
okay.
you did too. You tucked into one of those rabbits pretty hard.
Uh, I don't remember that, but yeah.
Well, you got a little bit of it still in your beard. Ooh. Still the
Yeah,
end.
yeah. Just
Okay. Where did you wake up this morning? Did you wake
in
up? Did you hunt through the night? That is powerful hunter.
yeah, it seems like I was out there, I got tired probably and just kind of fell asleep in the outdoors. Just living the life you've told me I always needed to do.
You can live whatever life you want. It is just a life that I enjoy.
you, you know, but I'm learning things from you, so you learned about business from me. I gotta try these new things.
You had your pepper poop yet?
Not that I know of.
We should get you back to camp as soon as possible. You do not want to do that out here.
Yep. And just Brodus just kind of goes silent for a while on the walk back.
Yup. So let's just reconvene. Brodus has arrived back at camp. The day is yours. What do you hope to achieve?
Brodus is gonna get some food first.
You can do so.
Food. Kind of just focus on loading up the actual wagon and getting everything. Making sure everything's there. He's not missing anything. And then just kind of slowly kind of get back over to everybody and be like, so we're Crystal Caverns today.
Garrok, have you settled our business with the tavern? Can't hear you.
Hey, Chuck, you're muted.
No, not yet.
There you go.
I shall go settle it now. This should be fun.
That would be best.
And he goes over to inside the what he calls the hut.
All right. Yeah. You. There are a few butlers and wait like ethereal wait staff, kind of cleaning up, mopping, dealing with the aftermath of last night's festivities. Roswella is asleep, having spent most of the night serving drinks. But any of the ethereal individuals, one of them will address you. Good morning. How might I help you
Yes.
today?
I look for hut lady.
Miss Dernst is currently sleeping. Is there anything else I can do for you?
We have to go on a trip and would like to settle our business.
Ah, what room were you in? I can pull up the ledger.
No room. We were here for protection.
Oh, you were one of the mercenaries. Okay. One moment. And like three wait staff just kind of like march upstairs. And you hear a few curses coming from one of the rooms in Roswella's voice, and she kind of comes down has a shawl kind of curled over herself. Oh, hello. Good morning.
Yes. Morning, hut lady.
Yep, scaly fella.
We, Starlight and I would like to conclude our business for the time being. We must go off into the caverns.
All right. Well, I mean, we're fairly close to the cavern, so I don't see why that's an issue. So, all right. So I'm assuming you want your payment.
Just to be on the safe side.
Of course. One moment. And she kind of blearily rubs her eyes, moves over towards the front of the tavern, pulls open a till, and she will pull out two kind of pouches, uh, filled with gold and silver, and she will slide them over. One for you, one for your friend. 25 gold, 80 silver. 25 gold, 80 silver.
Yes, may Null watch over you during your life.
Well, don't be a stranger. I'm sure we'll see each other again.
It
Fate has
is,
way doing that.
it is what they say, small world, and I have traveled much.
Well, if there's anything else I can do for you, do you need me to like pack you a meal?
That would be acceptable.
All right. She waves to one of the waitstaff and is, can you pack them a meal? You know, some rations. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm tired. I'm tired. They'll hand it over to you. Have a good trip. I'll see you when I get there, probably. And she heads back upstairs. And a few minutes later, a waitstaff apparition kind of walks up, holding two small little sacks filled with, dried meat, dried preserves, some hardtack, some fruits. Just kind of hands them over.
And he will reach across the counter and take them. Head back out to Sinra.
Ning, I really appreciate all of your wonderful problems and deep, wise thought. I had a question, and I wondered if you knew the answer. Whenever we leave the inn, does it become an out?
That is a good question, and I will have to do some thinking on it. For now, I will leave you with some of the most well-trodden roads lead nowhere.
Hmm. That answered everything and nothing. Thank you, my friend.
It is my pleasure. Brodus, are you feeling well enough to go now?
Yep.
It is not as early as you wanted to leave. But like they
Nope.
say, the early bird may get the worm, but the second mouse gets the cheese.
Yep. Second mouse gets the cheese. Yeah, I think we just gotta load everyone up and we'll head on our way.
Are you done visiting behind the inn?
Huh?
Is your stomach settled?
Oh, I'll be
If
fine.
you had your pepper poops.
Yes, I will be fine at this point.
It would be very inconvenient if you still had to do that after we've started traveling.
Don't you worry about it. We're gonna be fine.
It's never done with just one time.
That's okay. That's okay.
We will have to protect him when he does second.
Not sure I can handle the screaming.
That's okay. I have silent spell ready.
Thank you, Garrok.
Least I can do for you, Starlight.
Yeah, just load up, I guess.
Yeah, Lantharo's already out there,
Mm-hmm.
ready to go. Looks like they've been just sitting there waiting for a while.
Sorry.
Oh, no need, my friend, no need. I've just been enjoying the day.
It's a great day. I can
That
tell
it
you
is.
that.
Are you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. We're bringing all of these people with us.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and I see you had those 4. He motions his head in the back of the wagon. You just see Zadar just like laying on his stomach, up, just sunbathing. Spread eagle.
Great. You got the other one. We are. Yep. We're loading up and we're going.
All right, we'll hop on. We'll set off.
I'll walk up to the edge of the wagon, kind of like drop my sack over into it, and then shift in my armor. I can walk aside.
Sure. Go for it.
I would not want to disturb him. He looks content.
I jump in. I'm ready to go.
And Ning probably just starts walking the wrong way at first and then realizes what the right way is and corrects course. Probably after Verban yells at him.
This way, Ning.
All right. Well, you set off. The rest of the day travel uneventful. I'm not gonna make you roll. It's flat. Within the sight of the guard tower, even traveling, you can still see it. Doesn't look to be a lot of wildlife, and in front of you, you see a series of mountains. And as you get closer to the mountains over the course of the day, you see outside of one of the mountains, it looks as if a giant amethyst, like a jagged crystal of amethyst, must have fell from the sky to plunge down to the earth. It's partially enveloped by dirt, but it seems to like be buried into the side of a mountain. And as you get closer to the giant structure, you would begin to notice that it is monumentally large. Larger than almost some mountains in Andaland. And within it, it is a massive gate is carved. It is carved with wide doors that glitter in the light in a myriad of colors, refracting and shining out in various directions. Towers, arrow parapets, and several like ballista towers seem to spire upwards, carved into the crystal itself, and then into the mountain behind, forming a kind of secondary outer wall. And as you approach, you begin to hear the sound of trumpets from high above, and that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
I was just about to say, what do the trumpets sound like, Graham?
Yeah, much more Louis Armstrong. Yeah.
Wow.
And on that note,
Is that the Saints go marching in?
You know, if I'd been a little less lazy, I could have just pulled out a trumpet and played it. But, everyone, I've had a delight tonight, but where can we and chat find you for some other projects? Tell us who you are, where people can find you, and what you're up to.
I'll start. Troke, I go by the same handles on Twitter and Twitch, and I mainly just retro game and play D&D with a bunch of other nerds. That's about it for me. And L.
oh, I wasn't ready yet. I'm L, found all over the internet under L Street Gaming. I'm currently on hiatus, but coming back in just a couple weeks to my stream on twitch.tv/L Street Gaming, as well as Twitter. And you can also find me as a moderator in the community cast, soon to be, because we're already got posters going on at FreeForge Discord, which is a fantastic place for tabletop RPG enthusiasts and everything, all that kind of stuff. And we are actually just gearing up. It was announced over the weekend for our 1 year anniversary, which we are going to be celebrating alongside Pride and doing a whole bunch of awesome online and offline stuff, including one-shots run by awesome DMs like D&D and Dax, and I'm even doing a couple one-shots that I'll be DMing. So you can come and sign up for that. We're going to have a couple cool streamed Among Us nights, and we are raising money the entire month for the Trevor Project. So come sign up and hang out and meet some cool people and play some cool games. I just posted an invite in the chat, so make sure you come check us out. And I'll go to Pharaoh.
Oh no. Hey guys, I'm Pharaoh. I played Sinra Starmain today. You can also find me on this here channel on Fridays at 8 Eastern for the Goldshine Investigations, where I play a troubled Water Genasi cleric rogue with very sticky fingers that are currently landing him in trouble. Otherwise, you can find me on Twitter at Ferocious, which is linked in chat. And I shall pass it off to the wonderful Derek Sword.
Well, thanks, Pharaoh. I don't know if talking about sticky fingers getting you in trouble. We just got like 20 magic items out of that endeavor. Because, yeah, folks, I am also on Gold China Investigation Agency here on Graham Cracker's channel, 8 p.m. Eastern on Fridays. And you can find all of my projects on Twitter at dsword16. Saturday evenings at 6 p.m. Eastern. More often than not, I am DMing Horizon's Call on the Eva Saraid's channel. We're taking 2 weeks off, so this week we're actually playing a dinosaur racing one-shot with an entirely new cast. I'm very excited about that. It's like Portney and Zaru Chult using 5e rules, but yeah, dinosaur racing, it is going to be a lot. I'm very much looking forward to it. I am also the co-host of the podcast Monster Crush. So if you enjoy smooching monsters and enjoy, gnolls and bugbears and dinosaurs and all that kind of stuff, or cryptids, if you think Mothman deserves a good smooch, check out Monster Crush wherever podcasts are found. My co-host Emily and I talk about different cryptids and creatures and abominations and their histories and what makes them beautiful despite their horrific aspects. That's pretty much it for me. So I will hand it off to the phenomenal Fox.
Well, thank you. You can find me over at TTRPG Fox. In good news, me and my 2 guys that I'm working with for the board game, we are within the last month of all the artworks kind of coming together. So it's the last month before like our real playtestings that we're going to be doing. So if you like scary board games, sort of along the lines of Call of Cthulhu, but not really. If you like something like that, I will be posting once we finalize the rest of everything. I will be posting a link for people to sign up to playtest it, where we can get the minute things out of the playtest, and then after that it'll be on to like actually making the game in real fashion. It will be great. Additionally, upcoming this long weekend, I'm going to be posting more things, more to do like with my offline campaigns, but just kind of ideas that I've got floating around, and get advice from people on some of it. So look for that over this weekend. But as of right now, this is the only show I'm on currently. So you can find me here.
Mine. Graham Cracker's exclusive.
I specifically chose Graham.
My heart.
So now I'll pass it on to Zadar. And by Zadar, I mean, well, he's gone sunbathing again. So on to Graham.
Hi everyone, my name is Graham, or Graham Crackers with a Z. If you're new here, thank you for watching. We're glad to have you, and I hope that you stay next time. We have tons of stuff coming up. We have every Tuesday, we alternate campaigns with Shards of Anarion and Anarion's Rest. Both are DM'd by me with separate casts in the same world. Other than that, I play in the Friday campaign, Goldshine Investigations, where I play Geheros Nervos, your favorite tiefling paladin of the Gunquest. Outside of that, you can find me every other Saturday on Polished Cryptids channel at around 9 p.m. Eastern Standard, where I will potentially be playing a new character. So, that's some news that I will only tell you here. Outside of that, you can find me on a variety of places, but the most recent one outside of my channel is on the 29th. I will be on the Faeforge Academy, where we will be playing the Icewind Dale one-shot that is published content DM'd by Steven, who is a fantastic, fantastic individual. So tune in. It should be around 7... Yeah, I think 7 or 8. My time, Eastern Standard. I will tweet about it, so, knowing that I am unreliable, you should probably follow my Twitter, which is GrahamCrackers with a 1 at the end. But besides that, I've had the lovely pleasure of DMing for you tonight, and with all these lovely people, so on behalf of me and everyone else, I love you. I hope you have a fantastic night. Stay healthy, stay happy, and we're gonna raid someone, because I'm not feeling lazy this week. So we are going to raid, we are Nerdsmith, who are playing some D&D. And, you know, why don't we just smack some Graham hearts in the chat and, you know, just let them know that we are big fans. So we are going to hop over there. Thank you for tuning in again, and we will see you soon. So we are going to raid them in 7 seconds. So we will spam that love, and we will show them what for. Come on, Gremlins. Let's do it. Until next week.